What's going on, YouTube? I'm back, and today I'm bringing you guys kind of a different video than I normally do. I know a lot of you might not be interested in this type of a thing, but I just wanted to make a video just kind of showcasing my hardware. Now, in case you guys didn't know, I have a GTX1080 Ti, and it's water-cooled all-in-one. It's the one made by Gigabyte. I will put a link down below in the description of the exact kind of hardware that I have, and I'm also rocking an i7-7820x. It's an 8-core processor, and I have it overclocked to 4.8 gigahertz stable and consistent. I don't have any of that stuff on there that reduces the frequency of it when it gets too hot or gets under load or anything. It's consistent 4.8, and right now I'm playing on all ultra settings. I couldn't play on settings any higher than this. Absolutely everything is maxed. Now, I know that this video does say 4K on YouTube, but the only reason it says 4K is because I upscaled it to 4K so that I could upload it to YouTube, and YouTube will think that it's a 4K video, therefore giving me the ability to play it back at 80,000 bit rate, just so it looks really good for you guys. And even though it's 1080p, it still has the 80,000 bit rate, so it looks really clear and really crisp. Now, I have tweaked a lot of my NVIDIA 3D settings in order to give me the most maximum amount of FPS possible, and I might make a video about that in the future and just kind of go over a bunch of things that I do to optimize my game. If you guys are interested in seeing exactly what I've changed in terms of settings in Windows 10 and all that extra stuff, if you guys would like to know that, let me know down below in the comments. Yeah, just let me know what you want to know, and if enough of you request it, I'll make another video about that topic as soon as I can. Now, like I said, I'm playing on all ultra settings, which I actually normally don't play on. Usually I play on all low, but lately I've been dropping frames, even on all low, even at just regular old 1080p. Now, my processor and my graphics card, like, it's so overkill for 1080p, but I do have a 240 Hz monitor. So I try and do whatever I can so I can maintain 240 frames 100% of the time. Now, this computer cost me, I'm not going to exaggerate, like upwards of $2,000, $3,000. Like, I didn't really cheap out on anything at all. Now, I know it's not absolute top of the line. You know, I could probably have like a different processor, might give me an extra boost. I definitely could have a better graphics card in the 2080 Ti, but that shit is like $2,000, man. I can't afford that shit. You know, maybe at a different date. But yeah. Now, the thing is, the reason why I have it on all ultra settings is, number one, to make this video, but I also just wanted to see what exactly my card was capable of pushing. Now, I've been very frustrated lately because I've been dropping frames a ton, and I actually had some hardware monitoring software installed that I was actually going to use and implement it just for this video. You know, the type of software that shows how much my GPU is under load, how much my processor is under load, the frequency, the memory, all that stuff. I actually had a couple programs downloaded for that, and it just, for whatever reason, the game just kept crashing. And I'm not even overclocking that much the GPU or anything. I think that it was just something weird with the processors and all that weird stuff, because the card that I have, like I said, there's a link down below. It's pretty much factory overclocked right to the max. I mean, my processor is overclocked quite a bit. I got pretty lucky that it's able to push 4.0 gigahertz stable, but even during the short amount of time that I was using the hardware monitors, it was showing that my CPU was at like 46% usage. My GPU was at like, sometimes it was like 37% usage. I know, that's crazy. And the reason that the CPU usage is so low makes sense, because it's an 8-core CPU, and I'm pretty sure Overwatch only takes advantage of 4. So it makes sense why that usage is so low. But it was like, my GPU was hitting like high 30s, low 40s in usage, and I was dropping below 200. I got like 210 frames at one point. Everything low, 1080p, nothing running in the background at all, like nothing. I closed everything that I could, and I'm still dropping below 240 frames in such random moments as well. In some really hectic team fights, I'm maintaining 240 frames, and then in other random team fights, like maybe it's not even a team fight, like sometimes I'm just walking back from spawn and all of a sudden I just get a frame rate drop out of nowhere. and it might not seem like that big of a deal. And I know that a lot of you guys don't even play on 144 hertz monitors, but it's just, it's frustrating when you spend that much money on a computer. It's, you really want, like, I went out of my way to get a 240 hertz monitor, and I still can't push 240 FPS. Like, are you telling me that to get 240 frames at 1080p, I have to go out and buy like a 9900K and an RTX 2080 Ti? Like, really? Do I really have to do that? Like, that just seems a little bit ridiculous to me. So if you guys have anything that maybe I haven't tried, maybe I can implement it into my settings. Like, I know some people were talking about like going into like Overwatch's game files and like messing with some of the stuff, like the shader and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if any of that would work, but if anyone out there is watching this video is able to actually get 240 frames consistently, I would love to know what you're doing to do it, because I have tried absolutely everything. I have a streaming PC. It's all dedicated. I have a capture card. I'm not using NDI or anything like that. Like I said, Overwatch is the only program running in the background. Now, the problem isn't the height of my FPS. It's actually the lows. My average is really high. The highs are insane. It's just like, it's like 299, 300 locked. But I just randomly drop. And I'm thinking I'm just going to reinstall Windows on my gaming PC. Now, I don't want to do that because I have so many files and stuff on here, and I just don't want to go through that process again. But I don't know what else to do at this point, honestly. This video, by the way, is also recorded at 240 frames per second. Now, I know YouTube doesn't play back at 240 FPS, but I just wanted to see if my streaming PC and my hardware on there could record at 240 FPS, and that's actually what's happening. So if it looks a little bit more smoother than usual, I mean, that's probably why. There's so many frames being recorded that when you lower it down to 60, like on this YouTube video, it's going to look very, very smooth, just because there's going to be a clean frame in every like millisecond. There's going to be a good frame there. So if it looks a little bit smoother than my normal videos, it's because of all the visual effects and the insane frame rate itself. And if you guys are wondering what account, look at this C9. How does the Diva contest the cart right there? Isn't that crazy, man? That almost cost us the game right there. But yeah, like if you guys are wondering, this is one of my Smurf accounts that I've been playing on a lot. And this season, all I'm playing on it is Zenyatta. I'm basically a Zenyatta one-trick on this account. I don't play anything else. I'm almost at 4400 SR. I think I have 5 hours played. Zenyatta this season is easier than other seasons to play just because the GOATS meta. There's really not that much pressure put on the Zenyatta during this meta. Like, I remember back in Dive meta, it was just insane just how much pressure would be on a Zenyatta back then. It was crazy. Getting one-clipped by Overwatch League tracers and Grandmaster tracers, like, just, you had to be an insanely high mechanical skills Zenyatta in order to play it in previous metas. But not so much in this meta, and I've wanted to practice my Zen. Fun fact for you guys, back in Season 1 of Overwatch, Zenyatta was actually my second most played hero. He's the first support that I naturally gravitated to, and one time in High Masters, I got 5 gold medals with Zenyatta at like 3800 ELO. Is crazy. I actually uploaded it to YouTube if you guys are interested in going back and watching it. I'm sure if you just search up Borium Zenyatta 5 golds, it'll probably come up. It's on Hanamura if you guys are interested in watching it. That was a long time ago, back when I started playing this game of Overwatch here. And speaking of Overwatch, I've heard a lot of people talking about the new Reaper changes and stuff like that. I don't feel like the new Reaper is going to be game-changing. I feel like those changes on paper might seem like they're absolutely insane, but I just don't feel like it's going to change that much. Think about it like this. Reaper is so bad, and we have seen a tank meta for how long? Like, it's been a tank meta for so long now, right? And Reaper still sucks. He's terrible still. And it's a tank meta. And if Reaper's not good in a tank meta, when is he ever gonna be good? Right? Like, when is he ever gonna have his time to shine? If he's not good in a tank meta, he's never gonna be good. And I think that just goes to demonstrate just how weak of a hero he is. So I think a lot of people are overreacting to the Reaper changes because they underestimate just how shitty he was before. Now I know you see a lot of players like Spirit and stuff that played Reaper and got all the way to top 500, top 10 with just playing Reaper. That's more just about Spirit as a player and less about Reaper. I mean, the hero was just absolutely terrible. But yeah, that's all I have to say about the new meta, and this video is almost over. So thank you guys so much for watching as usual. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time, make a video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Nice job, boys.